Ahoy ahoy and welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time watching, welcome. Today we're going to take a look at the various CD and video editions of the Beatles 1965 release, Help, the UK album, and the film. And no, this is not, still do not have a deluxe edition, unfortunately. Rather a super deluxe edition, but this is a different thing, and we're going to take a look at that later. You may have noticed I don't have the US version of the album, and that's not because I don't like the album. I do, but I still don't have a copy of it because I couldn't find a good deal on the US albums. I couldn't find a good deal so far, so but we'll get around to it. So today we're going to use this book, this is the hardcover from the box edition, to if you're not familiar with it, this is the this book contains restored art, scanned art, scans, really good scans of all the albums, the UK and the US albums, and they're yeah, fairly good. It's LP size, and it covers all the artwork all the way up to Love. So there's no Hollywood Bowl, and this is and a company that went bankrupt or bankrupt. What's the matter with these cables? Or they just went out of business at some point. But anyway, we're just gonna use this. So the US albums, US album looks like this very distinct cover. You will notice that the logo is the same, or very similar rather, to the movie logo. So there's a difference, of course, when you have that thing, the zooming thing, and that's usually that's in reference to the album. It's under Capitol Records, and it's got all the songs from the UK album Side 1, and it's a gatefold, really nice. And then the back doesn't really the track list is a bit small, but you could read it there. What's cool about this album is it has all the instrumentals, and the version of Help, the song Help, that's on this album has a that James Bond intro that's not found on most other versions of the album. Okay, well, we're going to take a look at the UK album now. Of course, as with my other videos, we take a look at what I have as the closest one to the original LP release, which is this mini LP from the Beatles mono box set. So standard artwork, you got all the elements right there, and the back. This is not a gatefold, so all the artwork that you have is just the front and the back. This is the front has a laminate, the back isn't. There's a flip back right there, and that's the track list and the singer credits. And you got the 4 pictures. So yeah, as far as the artwork is concerned, it's just this, and then the 4 photos, track listing, etc. I just set this aside, and let's move on to the first CD edition. This is the 1987, an actual 1987 edition. If you've been watching all my other videos, some of the this product line, I typically use the 1992 version because that's what's available. And the key difference is that you don't see the Apple logo anywhere on the cover, because there was a court case at the time over the use of the Apple logo, so they had to nix that. Well, at least that's applicable to US releases. If you got the UK version of the album at the time, well, actually I'm not sure, but I haven't actually, but I do know that the key difference between the UK and the US versions of this is a US pressing. The key difference is that you don't get the EMI logo over there. They replaced it with a compact disc logo. So it's just Parlophone, compact disc, and but the artwork, the front artwork at the very least, is pretty much, they stuck to the UK version. The CD itself is, well, it's a pretty standard 1980s silk screen single color thing. No substrate here, just the black ink. And the back is just your typical 1980s track list with the squared numbers right there. And songwriter credits. That's it. Now the cover, well, like I said earlier, as far as artwork is concerned, you only have 2 pages, but these booklets have 8 pages. So what they did was they took every single picture and made them fit in the middle. So the problem is they cropped the pictures right there. See? They cropped the pictures. Well, it actually looks symmetrical, but then again, if you like your pictures uncropped, this is probably not the best way to get the pictures. But information wise, it's all in here. So they separated the songwriter credits from here and the singer slash musicians in here. Yeah, it's very at least it's not as terrible as the if you've seen my Hard Day's Night video. The pictures of the band were just scattered at the back of the booklet. So I guess they had to do that because they had to make room for the write up. But this album doesn't have a write up. And this is the first Beatles album that didn't have that write up. Beatles for Sale had that, but it's in the inside, so you got a full back. The back is just full photo artwork. Anywho, we'll just move forward to the still the most recent edition of the album. This is the 2009 remaster, and it's a digi sleeve. And per the standard packaging, you have the imaginary stripe here. It's just white, but you have a stripe right there. So yeah, front cover, the image is just brightened up, and then thick spine, and the artwork is pretty much the same as the original release. Well, they actually colored in the help there, but yeah. And so it opens up standard trifold digi sleeve. That's a scene from the film, which is also used in Anthology. In the intro, they said they have to go back, and then it said go back. Yeah, that's there and there. And this is odd because the only underprint there is in the fold. That's one way you could tell if it's fake or not, if it has the underprint. It's just that odd that it didn't continue here like it did with the previous releases or with the other albums. This is a great Robert Freeman photo from the film shoot, the Ticket to Ride sequence. CD is like the mono edition, the standard yellow and black label. And the square sleeve is something I picked up, so I can't remember where, but I found them easier to use than the U-shaped sleeve. I can't actually find the seller anymore. But yeah, it comes with of course this flyer for the 2009 remaster. So you got the booklet, which is expanded edition, of course. We got extra photos. We got these credits with the font is a bit wonky here, but can you do? Then of course, scene from the movie. There, this is the "You Got to Hide Your Love Away" sequence, and this is the ending sequence right there. The "I Need You the Night Before" sequence. I think this is from the same shoot. I think. That's another bike scene right there. That's Ringo from the ending sequence right there. I think this is from the restaurant scene. Off the top of my head, I couldn't remember what they wore in there, but this is probably it. Or this is probably from the intro, or rather the part where they went to that apartment complex where it's like 4 doors with just one apartment. Really weird. And then of course this is the Ticket to Ride sequence right there. More, and the Bahamas sequence, Another Girl. And this picture is used in promotional items. Like there was this they had this Christmas box set that had 4 albums in one, but it's not comprehensive set. It didn't have like, first 4, next 4, last 4, and another 4 in it. There were just a few select albums. But yeah, one thing of note here, and this is, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but if you look closely, there's no, the lines aren't that crisp compared with this. See how the text is half-toned instead of, printed plainly? And that applies to the logo too. Not sure how visible it is on camera, but you could see half-toning there instead of crisp, straight, crisp lines. Even the word stereo right there. Some half-tone dots. And then look at the mono, it's just, crisp lines. And the faces are also, that's, the faces are blurred here, and the mono, they're detailed. So it's, I've noticed that across all of the 2009 releases, so they may have been using different sources for the images. I mean, it's weird because it's the same company, the same, release, but apparently they were using different image sources, but whatever. Okay, well, now we move on to the video edition. Well, to the movies. Well, thing is, the movie, the film, has been released in various formats before, on DVD, and before that VHS, laser. I think Laserdisc. I may have seen Laserdisc, and they have that. I forgot to mention that there is a promotional version of the album. Ostensibly, I'm not 100% sure if it was a legitimate release, but there was I've seen a version of it with a Shell, the company Shell, the gas company. There's a Shell logo in the background, and I'm seeing some comments that it was given to Shell employees, but I am not, I'm not sure if that's a real thing. So maybe it is. If it is, do let me know, because I'm curious, and of course I've only been seeing comments, so there's no official mention of it. It may have been in Discogs, but I'm not looking for that edition, so it's not like I would hunt it down. We're just going to take a look at these editions together, because they are essentially the same. The art elements are the same, the content is the same. This is a deluxe edition. This is almost as big as the super deluxe editions. It's a 12.5 inches tall, or rather, no, 11.5 inches tall, and it contains 2 DVDs. And the same content in the DVDs is also here in one Blu-ray disc. So essentially, the only reason why I got this, well, apart from this being, getting this in a pretty good sweet deal, $20. Apart from that, the only reason why I have both, because if you've been following my channel, I'm not a fan of double dipping on the exact same edition. So in this case, the only reason why I got it is because this version has the high definition version, and this one has the, all the goodies, all the extras, which we will take a look at shortly, rather. Okay, so yeah, quick look at the Blu-ray edition though. So this is, it's a slipcase, cardboard slipcase right there, and then you've got the right there, single Blu-ray disc that also has everything, the extras and the 1080p version of the film, and then a fairly thin booklet, nice glossy pages though, and an introduction from Richard Lester and from Martin Scorsese. As you can see, there's that famous photo again, and the "boys are you buzzing" scene. So yeah, that's Scorsese right there. And then the same photo appears again, this time less cropped, and then credits, and that's it. And then there's a second set of silhouettes. So, and of course the packaging itself, the interior is a smattering of international promo posters. So yeah, that's it. It's pretty simple. It's to the point, and it's high resolution. So yeah, gotta have it, of course. But this is the biggest thing about it. It's the deluxe edition that I keep this in a plastic sleeve, which is actually made for um, 13-inch, or yeah, 13-inch LP box sets. I just cut off the edges right there. It's because the I want to protect this sleeve. This flyer here is just attached with some dots of glue at the back, so I want to keep it in the same position. So this is a double slipcase actually. You take it out. This is the first slipcase, the outer slipcase. You take it out. There's a second slipcase, which now has, let me just put this aside, which now contains, well, it has the contents right there. We'll take a look at that. And there's the contents. So disc 1 has the movie, and disc 2 has the features. Okay, so this is one of the things that I don't like about this box, that the contents are enclosed in this parchment paper, custom parchment paper with the Beatles logo. Actually preserves the smell. But yeah, it's kind of, I can't help feeling this is, it's gonna get destroyed someday. So instead of enjoying the content, I kind of, it puts me off taking it in, examining the contents more thoroughly. So anyway, it wraps up it wraps the contents of the book. This for some reason these two pieces remind me of my college years, because the book design looks exactly like teachers' journals. I had teachers who carry around these hardcovers with lined paper where they put their lesson plans and stuff, and it looks exactly like this. I don't know if that's intentional, but anyway, that's a book. That's a hardcover right there, and it's nice, apart from the weird association that I have with it. So it's essentially, oh yeah, the parchment is held by this sticker right there. That's another thing. I mean, if you're the kind of person who wants to keep everything pristine, untouched, this paper is sort of putting you off from enjoying it, unless you enjoy, like, sliding it in and out. Did I just make an innuendo there? Okay, anyway, I separated the disc from here because the buttons, these are foam buttons made of foam right there. I separated the disc because these buttons keep falling off. So I just I've seen these things rot, so maybe eventually I will remove them, but for now I'm just keeping them there and keeping the discs in sleeves, clear plastic with paper. Yeah, or this is the same paper that I have on my paper sleeve that oh, there you go, rice paper. I keep forgetting that term. But yeah, it's the same sleeve that I use in my CD, so it's not like I'm putting them on rough paper or anything. But let's take that out for now. And it's the book is pretty much, I'm not gonna show every page, but just to give an idea, the paper stock is thicker than it's a lot thicker than the super deluxe editions. You can feel it, and got really nice pictures there. Yeah, just breeze through them a little bit, and of course a double page spread of that famous movie scene, the opening scene, of course. Colorized images for some of the black and white photos, like this one. They had colorized the red of the ruby. You got there's Ringo, colorized right there, and you got to hide your loves away sequence, and of course lots of pictures from the Ticket to Ride sequence. Must have been super dangerous for Mal Evans to do that. Like, that's below freezing water, and he's just wearing his tank top right there. Good lord. Yeah, and then that's it. So of course at the back you've got the lobby cards, which are it's pretty difficult to take these out without tilting the book, to be honest. and I don't enjoy using my fingernails to take them out. But these are the lobby cards that are printed here in smaller detail. And that's it. Pictures, pictures, lobby cards. But another interesting part of this package is a reproduction of the, I think this is the shooting script used by Richard Lester. It's encased in this textured paper that, again, is very similar to the folders that I used when I was a student, like when I was submitting, you know, research reports and stuff. This is exactly the kind of material that I put my reports in, down to the metal binder thing right here. And the script is, yeah, it's a reproduction. Looks like they kind of went with the look that it's photocopied, and it does look like it's photocopied, but you also have these reproduced handwriting. The pencil markings look like actual lead, and even down to the sketches right there. And I was reading, I was about 20 pages into this, and I noticed that there are scenes in here that are not used in the movie. So even if you've seen the film like several times, reading through the book is still worth it. You know, you'd see what there was this particular joke that became the teeth, the chattering teeth thing in the Beatles apartment. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's depicted differently in here. So really, if you know, if you can find a copy of it, yeah, that's cool. You should get it, even if it's on outdated DVDs. You know, it's still worth it. Trust me. That being said, well, that is it. That is our look at the various editions of the Beatles Help. If you like this video, would really appreciate it if you can like the video, subscribe, check out my other videos as well. You know, every little bit helps. And you know, I just checked my statistics today, and I didn't know that I've already surpassed 400 subscribers. So, wow! Thank you, everyone. I didn't realize that this little venture, I'm just posting these very casual videos with minimal to no edits, and you know, I'm getting 400 on the road to 500 subs. So, thank you, and I hope you do stick around. There's plenty of content to be looked at, aside from Beatles stuff, of course. You know, if you like custom stuff, you know, custom packaging, custom box sets, books, slipcases. Yeah, I'm doing quite a few more slipcases in the future. I have to. But hey, yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next video, be good.